Something interesting that happens a few times just about every summer. We get a big old surge of dust from the Saharan desert in Africa. It traverses the ocean, moves up into the Gulf, and inevitably we'll see it in our skies, probably beginning by Friday. Here's what it's going to be tomorrow morning. You'll see it moving through the Houston area, up to the Gulf, slowly but surely. Those southerly winds, the same ones bringing all that humidity out of the Gulf. Also going to bring some of this dust in the upper levels of the atmosphere, moving into our neck of the woods by Friday morning, and probably going to see it by Friday evening. Watch for a nice sunset, perhaps Friday evening. Sometimes that particulate matter in the atmosphere can help give us a more vivid sunrise and some sunsets. It doesn't hang around long, and there's a good reason why. You see the big line right here, those winds shifting from the south out of the northwest? Well, that's a cold front. Now, before you get too excited, that cold front's not going to bring significantly cooler temperatures, but it's going to bring some rain chances, unfortunately, for Saturday and again on Sunday. That could keep our temperatures a little bit cooler, much like what we saw out there today. 12-hour rainfall totals at your local airports. I get that not everybody lives at the airport, so we'll take a look at radar estimates. First, though, Fort Smith picking up a little more than 1.5 inches, almost 2 inches at Drake Field, south side of Fayetteville there. Poto picking up almost 2 inches of rain, lesser amounts, but certainly a good pickup there. And Rogers and at XNA, generally those numbers less than about 1/2 inch. A lot of us, most folks probably saw between about 1/2 inch upwards of 1.5 inches today. These greens and these blues, I know this looks like a psychedelic map. This is the radar estimating how much rain fell in your neighborhood over the last 12 hours. The bullseye, of course, as we discussed, was Sequoyah County, 4 to 7 inches broadly, especially there in the Sallisaw community. Some of that did extend over into Pensacola, south side of Fort Smith there as well. Downtown Fort Smith, I know, prone to flooding. Saw some of that happen out there today. Delaware County also picked up a decent amount. Western Benton County, 3 inches is what radar estimates north of 412, north of Siloam Springs there, west of Gentry, over towards Jay, about 3.5 inches of rain. Portions of eastern Sebastian County, western Franklin, 2 to 3 inches. That prompted a flash flood warning in that part of the area. We could take a break from some rain, and we're getting that right now. Most of us are dry as radar scans the skies above us, but you'll notice those showers and those thunderstorms to our north moving south of Springfield. They're trying to hold together. They could bring an additional shower, scattered in nature, to northwest Arkansas this evening. Overnight, we're dropping into the upper 60s, low 70s, partly to mostly cloudy skies out there at times. I think we'll see more sunshine than anything else. It's going to be a little bit warmer. We're not going to have the benefit of the rain and the clouds to keep us cool, so expect to be back in those low 90s by tomorrow afternoon. Overall, not a bad summer day at all. Here's how Futurecast sees tomorrow playing out. Wish I could tell you it's going to be totally dry. That doesn't appear to be the case. This is around 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, going out to work. Whatever your day has in store for you. Looking at mostly clear skies. You'll notice by midday some of these clouds trying to move through the area. But then we get into the early to mid-afternoon hours. Some of those classic summertime pop-ups, you guessed it, back in the forecast tomorrow. The thing with tomorrow, these are going to be a lot fewer in coverage. We're not going to see that widespread rain that we saw today. But nonetheless, a few hit or miss showers, maybe a clap of thunder out there, especially going into late afternoon, early evening. You guessed it, sunsets, no fuel for those storms. They fizzle out. And we should see the bridge of high pressure build in, which is going to result in some warmer temperatures. Thursday and Friday, likely the warmest of the next several. Here comes that cold front I mentioned at the top of the show, down into the mid to upper 80s out there. Still going to be warm, still going to be humid, and then we start to see things warm back up going into next week. Now, the reason those temperatures are coming down, it's not because it's a strong cold front. In fact, I hate to even call it a cold front. Let's just call it a front, right? It's going to bring better rain chances. Right now, I'm going to go 40% both Saturday and Sunday. Scattered showers, scattered thunderstorms out there. And then as those rain chances decrease early next week, those temperatures are going to be rebounding back into the low 90s. Northwest Arkansas, pretty classic summertime forecast out there. Heat index values, especially Thursday, Friday, likely right around 100. And then going into next week, once the rain chances exit the area, anywhere between 100 and 105. Pretty normal for this time of the year, right? 72, the overnight low temperature in the River Valley, 91 the afternoon high temperature there. Partly to mostly sunny skies Thursday, Friday. Can't rule out 1 or 2 very isolated showers. Generally speaking, that chance 10% or less. Overnight, we're not getting a lot of relief. Those AC units probably not going to get much of a break, with lows only falling into the middle 70s.